There was a scary moment at this past weekend show, but it wasn't scary for me. It was scary for Aaron Idle because Jerry hooked up his new DDT on him and just annihilated him.
Yeah, I know that wasn't me. I didn't do that.
I took it last month.
Oh, you did it last
month. I was fine.
I did it a little different. I didn't do it correctly to you like I had pictured it. In practice, I did it a little.
Well, you weren't trying to hurt him.
No, obviously.
No.
You're trying to injure Aaron Idle.
I get the guy in a hammerlock, spin him around, knee him in the gut, hook the front face lock while I've still got the hammerlock, hook his near leg with my near leg, and DDT him, and you flatten out and take a face bump.
Or you got a hand there still.
Aaron Idle went ahead and then took it right on his dome, and it's pretty brutal. He didn't say it was, to me anyway, that it was stiff or anything.
I asked him after the match if it was stiff because it looked stiff, and he said, yeah. That one hurt.
I don't want to talk about it.
It wasn't my fault.
I've studied the video, and from what I can tell, Aaron Idle wasn't with you when you were ready to drop. He kind of was hesitating a little bit, and that's kind of what threw it off. And
he who hesitates,
he ended up going down with you whether he wanted to or not.
Gets murdered.
You were a worker.
And I cross-bodied him from the top rope to the floor, and it made the loudest thud.
Oh my god.
Boom! Oh, I was like, "You okay, man?" And to his credit, he was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm fine."
Apparently, that building.
He's a tough son of a bitch.
Apparently, that building's got a basement level.
Yeah.
And that's why it made that noise, is because it's hollow underneath.
Well, yeah, when you're under in the dressing room underneath at the American Legion Post 33 in Pensacola, Florida, May the 3rd is the next event. Oh, sorry, I went into a promo there. But when you're underneath and people are working out up top, you can hear thudding and thumping and whatnot.
Which, yeah. It's a nice building. I like it. To be in Pensacola and an American Legion post out in almost the hood.
Yeah, that is a cool building.
I enjoy it.
I wish we would have moved there instead of to Foley when we were in PWA.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know, but Foley was nice.
Yeah, but Pensacola Wrestling Alliance based in Foley now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Foley Wrestling.
And we went to Atmore a couple times, didn't we?
Well, that was, spot shows. We weren't weekly.
The last PWA show, the last Pensacola Wrestling Alliance show was in Chickasaw.
Was that when I had that weird ass
I remember
14 ladder match?
Yeah. The Canadians
and One Man Gang was there.
Yeah, the gang. No, Gang was at Cletus's show.
No, he was there.
No, he wasn't there for the Chickasaw.
He wasn't at PWA.
I must be thinking about a different one.
He was at one of them Cletus's
shows.
show where you cut the nipples off of that shirt that we found.
Oh yeah, and then I spit the water in Corey Jackson's face.
I don't think any of these people are getting any of this stuff.
That was
cutting the nipples off of the what?
That was at Cletus's first big show in Chickasaw after he had run the Sahara Club or whatever. What's going on? What's the producer telling me here? Oh, it's. But
coming out of this.
So, but that was One Man Gang was at that one, and we also met One Man Gang at an IWC show. He had bad breath.
I've worked on 2 shows with One Man Gang.
I don't like bad breath.
He's allowed to have bad breath. He's a
Speaking of bad breath,
legend.
There. Nah, go ahead. What's next?
I don't know. What do you mean next?
You know wrestlers that you named. Or didn't because they had good breath. But
anything? Shall we end it?
Chicken and biscuits?
Chicken and biscuits are good, man. And
how about road stories? Good road stories.
I got a couple.
That I got one. That Bainbridge show you were talking about?
The golf balls?
Yeah.
Oh. I heard about it.
Since it was such a horrible night and the ring was late, that whole show when me and Nick and Iceberg and Maze all crammed in the sardine can and went hours up in the Bainbridge. We were bored on the way back, and
on that long drive.
Maze, me and Maze used to work at a golf course. I think he still worked at it at the time. He's for some reason just had golf balls in his car. So,
hundreds of them.
Yeah, like a big bag of them.
Stupid number of golf balls.
So we're highway riding.
Big bag of golf balls.
I'm bored. I see golf balls. We keep passing cars on the side of the highway. And I think, let's try to break a few windows. So we're just
going at like
2 o'clock in the morning, doing 80, throwing golf balls out the window at parked cars on the side of the highway. That's just.
They made such loud noises too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was good stuff.
A lot of the bad stories from the road come from cars fucking up at the end of the night. It's always on the way back.
Never on the way there.
We had a show in Tuscaloosa. We were in Milo DeBrat's car,
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to do like 200 miles an hour to get back because he wanted to get back and get some sleep before the PWA show. Because he would show up early to set up the lights and stuff like that. So he was doing like 64 million miles an hour trying to get home. And right about the Florida state line, after we'd driven to the top of Alabama, right about the Florida state line, his car just starts crapping out. Just to the point where it wasn't going anywhere. That thing was just shot. And it was a decent car, too. He just drove the shit out of it and killed it. And I think he dropped the tranny in it whenever we were driving back. So
I think that's what he said.
So what happened?
It was...
How'd you get home?
Danny Rowland took us home.
Danny Rowland, huh?
It was
what a guy.
It was me, Justin Sink, and Milo in the car. And then Danny Rowland was driving Eric, Iceberg, Corey Jackson. That might have been it. So then Corey gets out and tries to fix the car, to his credit, and he couldn't. I mean, he knew his shit. He just couldn't do it because the thing was shot.
Mechanically inclined.
So we all got in Danny's truck, and we drove back to the PWA building. And let me tell you a story about the PWA building. Not a fun place to be at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No.
It's on Cervantes.
Which, if you're not from Pensacola, is
that's where the prostitutes ply their trade.
Funny story about prostitutes at the PWA school. Justin Cruze and I were at the PWA school early one day to go train.
Brilliant segue, by the
and
way.
and Bobby hadn't gotten there yet, so the doors were locked. So we're just hanging out in front of it, praying we didn't get shot. And
Right.
This old lady who was, I guess, a prostitute, walked up to us, no teeth, and she was yelling at somebody down the street. And she turns to me and Justin, and she goes, "You two boys want a blow job?" And we were like, "No thanks, we're
No,
good.
ma'am."
Appreciate the
And I
offer."
was like, actually, and Nick had to pull it.
So she goes, "What are y'all, faggots?"
No, she did
She
not.
did.
Yeah, she was talking trash.
And then she turned around and goes, just spits on the ground and then walks off. We were like,
You should have got Clark's gun.
Clark wasn't there either.
Clark had a gun. Oh.
Then your car broke down on the way back from Fort Walton that time,
It did.
which was the final nail in the coffin for that car.
Yep.
And we
Old Blue.
we
Had to
made
put her
it
down.
We made
Miss
it
you, Blue.
probably. I mean,
Now see, if
3 blocks from the house.
if you guys had been buds and said, "Hey, let's just leave the car here and make other arrangements," I could have saved it probably. But you're like, "Nah, let's just drive all the way home. We can make it. We'll stop every so often and let it
Well, what were the arrangements we could have made?
I don't
What was
know.
it work?
We destroyed it.
Her car wasn't any better.
Hey, my Saturn was good at that point.
Producer.
Hey, no
Producer.
speaking
No
from
speaking.
the fucking producer over there.
So yeah.
You're the producer. You should know better.
Let's see. There was a time that Justin and I went, and Justin Sink went to wrestle for Danny Rowland in somewhere near Panama City.
You and I went to wrestle. Justin Sink did not because he can't.
He went to referee. 'cause
He's
He's
got
a
the
referee.
tornado pedigree move.
No. Any hoot nanny.
He's got the tornado.
So we got lost trying to find the place, and we were scared shitless. We were gonna make it, and we showed up, and again the ring wasn't there.
It happened.
Yay! Or it was there, and they were just starting to put it up, and this is like 10 o'clock at night. Like we were way late because we couldn't find this fucking place. And again, went way too long. It was like
Happy times.
1 in the morning before it was over. And that's when we had the brass knuckles on the pole match where the brass knuckles fell off.
Early.
Good stuff.
And I wrestled in jeans.
You
It
did.
was a good time.
Fun times. Oh, and remember I had you in a chin lock. I was the heel. And some girl in the crowd, a semi-attractive lady, made some sort of suggestion. I don't remember. She was like, "Do something," and I said, "Show me your tits."
So good.
And then Justin goes, he's in the chin lock, "I want to see." Totally no selling it. And she shut the fuck up and sat right down.
Well, I didn't want to miss him if she whipped him out.
She stands up, and I think I said, "Show me your boobs," actually. I don't think I said
Because
tits.
that would take the heat away from the match anyway, so I might as well stop selling.
But she stands up, and she's yelling something. I said, "Show me your boobs." And she just goes and sits right down.